So it's a garden update this week, and we're going to look at what we did today, which was a big project. Yeah, this is the pre-video. There's all our work, or some of it. Okay. Today is May 2nd. And we're just arriving to do some things in the garden. So we've got some big plans for today. We'll see how much we get done. This was the project for the day. This is our archway that you can see so nicely from the porch. And we're gonna grow a bunch of things on this guy, beans and cucumbers probably. And I'm going to try to convince them to build archways also like across here. So on this little path, so you have an archway there, and then over there, another archway over there. Okay, so update on the shelling peas. They're looking good. Finally, they're coming up. I think it was just too cold. Over here, we've got the columbine coming up. Lots and lots and lots of petunias. We also planted Helen's sweet peas because they're the biggest ones we have, so we thought might as well plant those. The rose is still looking good, although I think it has a spare part. We're gonna have to cut that off. I forgot to do that today. The ranunculus is looking a little sad, kind of running its course. I think it's got stepped on, so there you go. And then everything else looks real good over here. Just an update on the pot situation. Everything is looking pretty good. We've got maybe ginger here. These seeds that we planted for the sweet peas are coming up, so that's good. I brought this plant over and I was going to pick it all apart, and then I just didn't have time today, so I'll work on that. The chives are blooming in the container garden, and we've got some alyssum here. It needs a little bit of watering, but they're at least coming up, so I'm going to start planting those out. And Clive's lupins are coming. We're going to have a huge bunch of lupins. The violas look amazing. So, I don't know. Do they last all summer? I really don't have any idea. I thought they died. Then we've got some painted daisies that are coming up. They're just little tiny babies. And the checkered lilies are done. So spring is almost over and summer's coming. This particular plant, I thought it was coming back, but I think it's dead. Things are looking good over here. There's nothing really new. Things are just growing, which is fantastic. But we do have some new things over here. So I planted some outrageous cilantro right here. And then over here, I put in 2 little tiny baby broccolis. So there's one, and there's another one. And then we decided that these are probably either cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers or pumpkin, but I think that now they look like cucumbers. They're starting to really look like cucumbers. So that's great. Then we don't have to buy more of those. Over in Clive's bed, we planted a couple of Renegade convolvulus flowers. Those are the ones I've been growing on the porch. So we got those in. And then we have 3 Henry Wild sunflowers along the back here. We have a potato that I'm going to have to dig up right there. That guy doesn't belong. Jason put on some more compost and put some stuff to make stuff grow better. Over here we've got some more sunflowers, and we're gonna plant them in this little area here. This is kind of a blank area, and hopefully it'll get enough sun. And other than that, we put in we brought over some of the irises from our house, and we just jammed them in here. This bed's looking great. The peony is coming along and it does actually have some blooms. So I'm happy about that there'll be some blooms on this little peony. So that's great. The fern, I thought it would be bigger. It's supposed to be a 6-foot fern. I feel like something might be eating it, but I have no idea what that might be. And so we didn't work that much back here. The geraniums aren't, nope, it's not what's there. It'll come to me. But they're not coming back. They haven't come back yet. Still don't know what those guys are. Just looks really nice over here. This tree's looking good. And Deb's little verbena is looking pretty healthy this year, actually, even though it doesn't really get much sun. And the shade garden, which is awash in rain right now, but that's okay, is looking great. And we even have a little bloom on the little plant right here. So the bleeding hearts are working out. That makes me happy. I had to tie it up because I was afraid. It was just flopping over. We've got more bearded irises over here. So we put those in today. Jason got me this Brunera. I don't know if I've shown anyone, if we've been on video with it yet, but super cute. And there's the Japanese painted fern right there that we bought last year and planted here. But we also have one that's over here that I brought from our house. And I don't know if it's just because it doesn't get any sun, but it's so dark. It's really pretty. The butterfly bush has little blooms on it. It makes yellow balls, which I'd never seen before. So that's why I got that. And the voodoo plants are coming. And the neighbor admitted today that that was, in fact, something that we might regret having everywhere, all over the place. And Jason wanted me to make sure that I showed everyone this. His little babies worked.